Good afternoon, Doctor Who fans, and welcome to another video. And as you can see, we have one of the latest Doctor Who V&M sets. Here we have the History of the Dalek set 16/17. Start with the Dalek Sec. So I like this Dalek because this is actually the first time I've actually had this specific Dalek released in the UK. So quite a few years ago, this Dalek set was actually released in this moulding, but as a USA exclusive, and it actually never came over to the UK for whatever reason until now. So I'm glad that B&M have actually finally decided to release this Dalek. And to be fair, they've done quite a good job with it. They've got the gloss black quite well. I was a bit worried when it came to the promotion images because it did show up all gloss black, so I was a bit worried that it might have been like a big error, but they seem to have got it quite well. I might have liked the globes on the skirting a bit more of a gloss black, but overall, you know, it's still like any other Dalek, the head twists. But it's nice what they've done. The black on the glossing on the midsection is quite good, and on the dome as well. So the gloss black, where they've done it, is really good quality. It's nice to finally have this Dalek in this kind of modding as well. So overall, it's still a nice, still a nice Dalek figure. Glad they've finally released it in the UK. It's of a good quality. So, but yeah, it's still nice overall. They've got the detailing very well on the bolts. It's a shame as well. They decided to miss the bolting on the skirt as well. Would have been nice if they added the silver onto that instead of miss it out. But apart from a few little things here and there, it's an overall nice Dalek figure. I'm glad we've actually got one in the UK. If you've probably seen my previous video, we did get one in the I do have a comparison of the two Dalek set figures of the USA and the UK original versions. But overall, it's still a nice Dalek, and I quite like the design. But it's a shame that we've got a Series 1 and a Series 2 Dalek in one set. That's just strange, but overall, the Dalek has still been done very, very well. So now on to technically this is supposed to be the Metaltron Dalek. So this is from Christopher Eccleston's first Dalek story from Series 1. And I don't mind the golding. It's nice to have actually finally got the new moulding Dalek finally as well, because for those who don't know, we've not really had a general release new mold Dalek since the Progenitor Guardian in 2010. So it's been quite a while since I've had a new mold single release gold Dalek, but it's nice I've actually finally done it. The gold is quite nice in places. I like how they've got a nice weathering look in places. But overall, I wish some gold should have been maybe a bit more altered in some places. And one big disappointment as well is when it comes to where it matters, the back of the eye, as you can see where it lifts up and down, and on the ball joints as well, they've actually just painted it gold. So it's a shame that they've actually done that in error. Well, I assume that was the error, or they just missed it out. But it's a shame that they've actually decided to do that. It's another mistake when it comes to the B&M Daleks. We've seen it as well in the past, where the back section's always been painted all silver with the same as the meshing. And they've also painted the ball joints all gold, the same as the midsection. It's a shame that they just keep on doing the same thing over again. It would be nice. It's nice we've actually finally got this Dalek. It actually is very reminiscent of the Battle Pack gold Dalek, actually, funny enough. But it's a shame they've actually decided to have this error once again. It's you think it would be quite easy just to miss out, that and paint it black. But it's a shame with a couple of errors rectified would actually been pretty accurate. Comparing it to the original Gold Dalek release, as you can see, it's a lot less chunky and it's a lot more slim. So it's nice that we've actually finally got a slimmer version down, after a while, and it's easily accessible as well. The Progenitor Guardian is now very expensive, as a lot of you may know. But as you can see, everything is all in proportions now. So this is definitely a lot better than the original Dalek release. And it's a lot more accurate. The eye and the appendages aren't as chunky, and it's actually more in proportion as well. One thing seen with the original Dalek mold is that it used to get wider as it went down. So overall, it's still a nice Dalek, but it's just a shame with a couple of the Paint app errors that you think after all these years of doing the history of the Dalek set, some of these things wouldn't be missed out over and over again. Even as you saw, the original release of the Gold Dalek didn't have that problem. Yes, the proportions were out, but the Paint apps were quite accurate. I like the weathering look, I will say that, but it's just a shame that you've let yourself down when it comes to behind the eye and the ball joints. And another thing here as well, sometimes the moulding isn't very good. A big chunk of the base is missing there. So it's not one of B&M's best. The Daleks are really nice. It's nice to finally have these two released, and it's good for army building if you like a lot of Dalek Sec figures. Technically for a suggestion, you can just put the spare one with the Peter Capaldi set of figures, considering that a Black Dalek did appear in The Witch is Familiar. But overall, it's still a very nice Dalek set. I'm glad we're finally on to the new Daleks instead of the classic Daleks, but it's just a shame that there's still quite a few errors. And also as well, we've got this kind of light blue box. So I mentioned in an earlier video that the colours, each Doctor is now colour coded. So I'm not entirely sure if this is supposed to be light blue for 9 or 10. So it'll be interesting to find out where this goes, because technically this is a 9th Doctor Gold Dalek with a 10th Doctor Black Dalek. So yeah, again, I'm not entirely sure. It's getting a bit messy when it comes to the Dalek sets now, which is a bit disappointing. But I just hope at least with the last couple of them they do improve and we don't get these kind of rushed sets as we are. But overall, I hope you managed to find the latest wave of B&M sets and you've got quite lucky. This wave does seem to be getting around a lot easier than the last wave with the 6th Doctor TARDIS. So hopefully you've had luck in finding it. But overall, the Dalek set it's nice to have. A few errors that I would have wished were rectified, and it's a shame with the boxing's gone a bit bizarre. But overall, it's still a nice Dalek set. I hope you enjoyed my thoughts, reviews, and opinions on this set. If you think this is a great set, then let me know. And if you had any further improvements for this set or what could have been, then please also comment below. Thank you very much for watching, and keep following the merchandise page.